Hi, I'm the Moonlit Page Turner. Grab your tea, grab your treat. Let's talk book. For this month, we traveled to the Bahamas and we have two books for you. One is called An Evening in Guanima, and that is by Patricia Glinton-Meicholas. And that is a collection of short stories that are based on folk tales. And the second book is Facing the Sun, which is a young adult fiction by Janice Lynn. Before we get into this month's reads, let's get into this month's treat. This is Duff, and Duff is a sweet pastry that has guava in the center. Kind of looks like a cinnamon roll or like a Yule log where it's rolled up and then cut. It is both sweet and a little bit spicy because with your guava, you put allspice and cinnamon, or if you don't have allspice, you can put clove and nutmeg, which is what I did. And then it's topped with an icing that has rum in it. This actually was mentioned in Facing the Sun, which is the first time that I've ever heard of Duff. And I'm so glad that I made it because so far it's one of my favorites. So good. I'm going to start by talking about An Evening in Guanima, which is again by Patricia Glinton-Meicholas. It is a collection of 12 short stories and they are folk tales. So each story has a theme or a message that comes through it. And Patricia actually has an author's note at the beginning where she talks about that there are some similarities with cultures that surround the Bahamas as well as parts of Africa. And if you are a lover of folktales, you too will see some similarities with some other countries' folktales. There is a story about how the snake got its cleft tongue, and it's a story that I've seen before in other Native American folktales. Some of the stories, the first story is called Miss Annie. Then we see again why the serpent has a cleft tongue. We see Jack and the schoolmaster. We see Jack again, but it's a different Jack with Jack and the magic eggs. Most of these stories have to do with trickery or doing the right thing. Some of them have the devil in it or the devil as it's in there. And one of the things that I found really interesting about this collection of stories is that it's meant to have audience participation. There are parts in the story that the audience will know. And so the person telling the story will say a certain line, and then the audience will repeat or say a responding line to it. This was really fun. I actually read this on my Kindle because it was not available in print. So I'm glad that I got an ebook version of it. If you are into folk tales, I highly recommend it. The next read is called Facing the Sun by Janice Lynn Mather, and this is a young adult fiction. This book reminded me a little bit of Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. We have four main characters that we see the story through. So each character gets its own chapter, their name are at the top. Sometimes they switch in between chapters. So we have Kiki, we have Eve, we have Nia, and we have Faith. And the story starts with the four girls plus Toons, who is the half brother of Kiki. They are on a beach and they get chased away. Their beach that they have grown up with, which is not that far from their homes, is now being bought and developed by a large hotel. And this event kind of sparks a turning point for these girls, where it is the change from child to adulthood. We see these girls go through some pretty difficult things. A lot of it has to do with their relationship with their parents. Eve's father is a minister and he is not doing well. He has a sickness that she finds out about. Kiki's mom is a single mother and she helps other troubled teens. They come to her house for support, and she has a boyfriend who Kiki doesn't like. We have Nia, whose mother is also a single mother, and Nia doesn't know who her father is. And then Faith's mother is mentally ill, or she's going through some type of sickness. They talk about it a little bit, but they don't go fully into detail. It's more like she kind of has dementia, but it is more of a mental illness. And so these relationships with these girls' parents, some of them are strengthened, some of them are broken throughout the book, and seeing how these girls handle these situations was really interesting. It does get into some adult topics. So if you're more sensitive to that, that is your warning there, but I really liked this book. Faith, I really hated as a character, but I'm kind of glad that she was in there because we see her relationship with the other girls and how the other girls deal with her. I really liked Kiki as a character. I really liked Eve as a character. Nia kind of grew on me at first. I wasn't super impressed by her, but seeing her journey was really interesting. Though my favorite character, a lot of the males in this book, not great people, but Mr. Raming, who runs the convenience store on the street that the girls live on, he is a hero and national treasure there. So he was definitely my favorite character, but I'm really glad I read this book. I really enjoyed it. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Next month, we are traveling to Bahrain, where I have two very short stories for you. If you're interested in what we are reading, please join us on Goodreads or Instagram. See you then.